Hi, my name's Shawn Jansen. I'm joined by Sean Lynch. We're at Henry Massaro Stadium, site of the Division 4A State Championship Bowl game on Saturday night. Chowchilla High is going to be hosting Sierra Manteca. Um, in the background, Chowchilla's getting ready for the matchup. Should be a fun matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, it's always special when you're about a week away from Christmas and somebody's still playing football. I don't know that we imagined this scenario when the season began. There were a few teams that had some potential, but we didn't know if anybody'd still be alive at this point in time. So it's fun, and I had to go down south on a little vacation last weekend and missed both NorCal games, or one NorCal game, one SoCal game. So I'm excited that there's still some football, and I get to enjoy this week.
It should be two physical teams. Chowchilla survived a physical matchup with Fairfax. They win 28-16 in the SoCal Bowl last week. Sierra's a team that started their season 4-5, then caught fire. They go into this game, I believe 9-5 is their record. They won the Division 4 section title. They were actually the last team to make the playoffs in the Sac Joaquin section at 5-5. So kind of a remarkable run to be the last team in and still be playing.
Yeah, I think the way they've set things up this year is kind of special for bowl schools, because Chowchilla with 3 losses would not have been a part of the bowl scenario either. Two losses had it been done a year ago. So, it's two teams that have taken advantage of the new setup. They're still alive, and they're excited for what's going on.
Sierra runs a spread offense. They're led by their quarterback, Mark Vicente, who's thrown for 2,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Mark Pele rushed for over 2,000 yards behind a big offensive line his junior year. He's had another pretty good year this year, 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns. And they got a playmaker outside, and Daniel Wyatt, who's over 1,000 yards receiving and 7 touchdowns. So it'll be interesting to see how that Chowchilla defense matches up against them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not been a high-scoring offense all season. They kind of caught fire, like you said, the last 4 weeks. They found their stride a little bit in the playoffs, but they haven't been destroying teams except for that Liberty Ranch game in the section final that they won 42-0. They've been close games. Last week they won 17-13 over Sutter. It's not an offense that necessarily scares you. Like you said, they got some playmakers who can do some things, but I think Chowchilla is confident about that side of the ball going into it. It's what Chowchilla's offense is going to be able to do against a pretty stout defense that they're kind of more concerned about right now.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun matchup. Talking to Alex Pitts, the Chowchilla coach, he expects to see a very physical Sierra defense that likes to get after it. Chowchilla with their double wing offense is a very physical offense. So I think that's where the game's going to be won or lost there if Chowchilla is able to move the ball, score some points.
Yeah, and I like the way that they've been doing that. They got their 3-headed monster going right now. Chavez, Stewart, Gutierrez all running the ball great. They've been able to wear on teams as the game goes on. They've been able to finish things off strong. One of the edges I think that they got going into it is just the continuity that they've had with their offensive line. The group's been healthy throughout the year, which is always huge for people. And, they get to do this at home, Chances are there could be a little bit of rain on Saturday, but I don't see that hurting Chowchilla's offense at all. I feel like if there's a team that's made for a mutter kind of game, it's that one.
Yeah, this place was packed 2 hours before game time last week against Fairfax. I expect the same. The community's having a tailgate party outside the stadium at noon on Saturday, 6 o'clock start. It's going to be a great atmosphere here. Who's your pick?
Who's my pick? Cal High Prep says Chowchilla winning this one by about a touchdown. I think that's fair. I think it could be a hard-nosed defensive battle that it's going to come down to who takes advantage of field position. I like Chowchilla's edge in the special teams. They've been excellent at converting scores out of that or blocking punts, whatever. I think they do a good job of setting themselves up for easy scores, and I like them by at least a score in this one.
Yeah, I just like the way Chowchilla's been able to score points in the playoffs with the running attack. Anthony Stewart's been on fire. He's ready to go. He said nothing was going to keep him out of this game. He's had some big games in the playoffs. Gutierrez has really run the ball well since coming back from injury. I like the Redskins in this. Should be a fun one Saturday night. We'll see you out here.